What's up, Lowlife? It's your boy Rhino, and with me, as always, the Big Hurt, El Dano.
What's up? Welcome
Oi,
to
oi.
Friday. Oi, oi. How are ya?
How are you, governor? Speaking of oi, when's that show? I'm going to an oi show, guys.
Bought you a ticket. It's a fish. July 18th.
Is it a nighttime thing?
Yeah. I think I actually saved the flyer this time so I could actually read it off, not like an idiot.
I was looking for the flyer. I was like,
got it.
how late is this show angry to go to?
Got it. So,
okay.
Yeah, it is Mike McColgan and the Bomb Squad performing Do or Die in its entirety. Violent Way, the Welch Boys, Klaxon. I think there might have been another band added, but I'm not sure. 7/18/25. Middle East Downstairs, all ages, 7 p.m. doors, mideastclub.com for tickets if they're not sold out. So 7 p.m. So yeah, we're getting home after midnight, probably around midnight.
All right.
So if you need to crash on the couch, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'll bring a 5-hour energy with me.
There you go.
Those give me exactly 5 hours of energy. No more, not a minute more.
Yeah, you should be good. It'll be entertaining enough to keep you awake.
Sick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, dude. It's going to be a lot of music in the month of July because I got the Wu-Tang concert on the 11th.
Yeah, buddy.
And then, that on the 18th. That's the next weekend. So,
yeah, I'm excited.
Sweet.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we got a bunch of fucking shows coming up. So this is, first of all, Happy Independence Day.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Mm-hmm.
God bless our troops. And ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Have you seen that Kevin James one?
Mm-hmm.
He's like doing the fucking intro.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how loud I can yell into this mic, so
I'll try it out.
But I already did it. I already lost my opportunity. I shot my shot. So anyways, yeah. We have our show we're going to talk about today. So we're going to hold that for the show sponsors and shout outs section right now, because this whole episode is going to be our new Chopper build off and show. But this month, in the month of July, you're going to want to go to that Wu-Tang concert. Hopefully you got some cash saved up, because those tickets ain't cheap, pal. Then the next weekend, I'd love to see all the homies at the Oi show. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm crowd killing motherfuckers. Dan's just going to be pointing, and I'm just going to be the muscle, dude.
I'm going to be
I'm going to be chilling on the wall, trying not to get step on the wrong person's shoes.
This should be a good one, man. I don't expect there to be like real hateful, crazy moshing. It's Oi. It's not a hardcore show. None of the bands I would consider like specifically hardcore. There might be a little push pitting going on, like literally right in front of the stage. But Middle East Downstairs is pretty big. If you haven't been, pretty wide open area. There's a bar on the right, and then there's an area up on a little gantry or whatever you call it. And there's another bar up there and whatever. So the place is going to be packed for sure, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That same weekend, the 7th, 7/12 at noon, Shady at Katie's.
Yep.
In Chepachet, Rhode Island.
Yep.
Chepachet,
Rhode Island. Mikey Machine is also doing a little weekend up there, up by him that same weekend. If you know Mikey or whatever, you're around about that area. He just posted a flyer for it today. So it's up on his Instagram and shit. Yeah, when you guys see this on Friday, just if you're interested in that and you're up his way, hit him up.
Is it a camp out thing or?
I believe so, yeah. Day one's like a camp out, ride camp out, and then day two is just like a fun, it said old bike day or something like that, just goofing off with old bikes and shit. So I unfortunately can't make it to that. I'm bringing my boy to the Sox game on the 13th, so
no shit.
Yeah, it'll be his first time going to Fenway.
First time at Fenway. That's awesome, dude.
I ain't missing that.
It's funny, I was just talking about bringing my kids to Fenway.
Yeah?
Because I wanted to there's a new trend, 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, and 9 innings.
You could do that.
It would be tough, dude.
Well, yeah, because some innings can be real short. If it's a 3 in, 3 out, both ways, that's a 2-minute inning.
I'm gonna need extra innings, dude. 9 hot dogs is a lot of hot dogs, and 9 beers is actually kind of a lot of beer too.
But usually a baseball game goes on for like 3 fucking hours.
3 hours.
About.
So 3 hot dogs and 3 beers per hour.
I feel like you could do that. I feel like I could do that.
We'll do it. We'll get not when you're going with your son. Me and you will go back to Fenway and we'll do that challenge.
Why don't we just do that at one of our houses so that the first time I get drunk
Fenway.
in 4 years will be in my backyard rather than at Fenway.
Last time I went to Fenway, dude, I made a mess of things.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was spilling beers on this old guy's head, like down his back and shit, not meaning to.
Worst.
Like I got escorted out of Fenway last time.
Ugh. I love Fenway, honestly. I don't give a flying fuck about baseball or any major league sports or whatever, but Fenway's cool as shit. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Dude, it's the best.
Yeah.
I don't even like baseball, but I love going to Fenway. It's an experience.
Mm-hmm. We're going to stay for like 3 innings, then fuck off.
Yeah, dude. But I was like, I'm going to bring my kids to Fenway, but then I was just thinking my kids would just complain the entire time. They're not into baseball. They're not really like impressed by anything in the real world, only like fucking Roblox and Minecraft shit. Anyways,
yeah, right.
I was like, I'll wait till they're a little older and they'll appreciate it more. But yeah, we got the next weekend, the 18th, we got the Deadbeat Summer Bash, their one and only bike night all year.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 7/18 at Manchester Harley Davidson. That's 100 Technology Drive. Get out to that one. There's going to be Stunty Boys. There's going to be a ride-in bike show.
Band
it's gonna be
Geezer.
Sick. What's that?
The band Geezer.
Oh yeah, Geezer, dude.
Really bummed to be missing that. They're solid.
Oh yeah, we won't be able to make it because we'll be at the Oi show.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, but you guys should definitely get out there. Steve puts on an awesome bike night, and again, this one, they're only one all year. That same weekend, he's also going to be involved in the Holy Blacks Hot Rod Block Party, 7/20. It's a Sunday, and that's in Lindenhurst, New York. So it's a hot rod show, but they're going to be incorporating choppers and custom bikes this year, and Steve's helping promote that aspect of it. So if you're in the Lindenhurst, New York area, hot rods, dude, I'll go to a hot rod show all day.
Absolutely.
And especially if there's bikes and shit there.
Just did this weekend. It was sick. Love it.
Yeah, that was really hard to say. Holy Blacks Hot Rod Block Party. I wouldn't be able to say that twice in a row.
Say that with a dick in your mouth.
Like that one. I haven't heard that one. Yeah, so that's July.
I got one for July.
You got another one for July.
Yep. So
yes.
Yep. So this is
supposed to remind you. You're reminding me.
I have the text message up to remind me. So shout out to my buddy Tower. They're putting on over at the Sweeney Post here in Manchester, the American Legion, which is right down the road. They're going to do a bike night on July 10th. It's going to be 5 to 9. It's going to be food truck, live music, cheap drinks at the bar. It's a Legion. They're always cheap drinks. $100 to the best bike of the night. It's informal, no admission fees. If you are someone who, you make little jewelry, if you're a normal, like a mainstay at all the shows around here as a vendor, and you would like to come and vend and potentially sell some stuff, there's no vending fees. There's no entrance fees. There's no admission. There's no nothing. It's the Sweeney Post, Manchester, New Hampshire, from 5 to 9 p.m. on July 10th. I believe it's a Thursday. Okay? Come out, show some support. It's a bunch of good dudes over there. Used to go to Nimro meetings over there. Really nice little setup. Very nostalgic little place. So come bring your choppers downtown Manchester. That doesn't really happen very often, which also leads me to September. There's another show in downtown Manchester, and we're doing fucking Chopper Row this year, I swear to God. Anyways, July 10th, 5 to 9, Sweeney Post. If you have any questions at all, please hit me up. Hope to see you there.
Sweet. August, end of August, the Deadbeat Retreat. August 22nd, 23rd, 24th. It's going to be at the Catskills Blackthorn Resort in the Catskills. It's going to be fucking awesome. It always is. It's one of my favorite shows. First of all, we're going to be doing a ride out there. couple guys actually hit me up this week about that. Like, hey, you guys doing a ride? We always do a ride. We're going to be doing a ride. We don't know all the deets on that, but we will probably be congregating at my house.
At or near, yeah, maybe the Dunks on 9 or whatever if we're gonna be going that way, just so that we
depending
don't
on what route we take
and how many people and shit.
Yeah, we'll be congregating somewhere Friday, so you have to take Friday off, and then we ride all day. We're gonna be going to the Blackthorn, and we're gonna be doing a belly flop contest. We're gonna be set up. We're gonna be selling T-shirts. We're gonna be fucking around with mics and shit. Maybe we'll get some interviews. Maybe we'll do some lives. I don't know. I tend to start drinking pretty early in the morning. Okay. Mm-hmm. I would like to go on that ride with VP Cycles. On Saturday. They're doing a ride. I think it starts at like 11 or some shit. But yeah, more to come on that. But definitely take the time off work. Ride with your boys. I don't give a fuck if there's 100 bikes. You know? It's always a fun ride out there. We always take the scenic route. We take our time, plenty of gas stops because we don't have very big tanks in our bladders or on our motorcycles. But yeah, that's always a good time. And it's always nice. Deadbeat's always nice, whether rain or shine.
Cannot wait.
Fucking fun. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, if you're a solo dude, show up and you can hang with us. We are very friendly, very friendly people. So you want to pitch a tent? I got a room. I'm an old man, you know. I like the AC and a nice, comfortable place to take a dump. But you can pitch a fucking tent right outside my place. Or
no weirdos, but yeah,
no kooks.
If you're a normal fucking person, yeah.
You know what though?
By normal, I mean our
guys hang out with us. Yeah, just you can't be like creepy, right?
Yeah.
If you're an actual creep, I don't know. Do you know if you're an actual creep?
Do you know if I'm a creep?
No, not like you. Like if you're a creep and you creep people out and you give people the heebie-jeebies, do you know that?
I don't know. There's a lot of
I feel like I give people the
heebie-jeebies. I don't think you give people the heebie-jeebies. You'd say some stuff that normies wouldn't say probably, but that's fine. That's not what I mean when I say normal person. I don't mean fucking suit and tie. I mean normal per our standards. If you're a fucking weirdo and you make us feel uncomfortable in our little spot, then you're going to have to find a different spot, period. Let's just, and not for nothing, I'm not saying that to be mean. That's just fair. Like, I don't want to be staying and living in a place where I'm uncomfortable. If you can't accept that, I apologize.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're a self-aware kook or creep, then need not apply. If you're a thief, let's just put it this way. If you're going to steal from us, don't hang out with us, please.
Yeah. Nope.
You know? But yeah, we love hanging out with meeting new people and hanging out with new people. So make it out there, you know? And I say that too, because I was once one of those dudes. I was a solo rider and I had no friends. And I actually met I met the Lowlife Chopper podcast guys and really got to know them and become friends at the Deadbeat Retreat. Mm-hmm. You know? Because you have all day, you're hanging out all the time, and you can get a little loosey-goosey, smoke some weed, you can drink some beer, whatever it is you like, drink some soda pop, suck on a fucking lollipop, whatever makes you feel comfortable, right?
Yep.
And really get to know people. And I was really impressed. I had a couple of shout-outs here. Shout out to Lucas. We talked about him in the Party of the Pen episode. Mm-hmm. He reached out and just was like, hey, it's nice to know that you guys aren't actually dicks in real life. You know, it's like, oh, thank you, you know, because that means a lot to me, because I don't know how I come off, you know what I mean?
We're just as scared of you as you are of us. we're like spiders in your bedroom.
Yeah,
we're just trying to be, man,
petrified.
Yeah,
neither of us are social butterflies.
No,
although you hide it better than I do.
Thanks.
To me, trauma. I'm like, look at that Rico Suave. He can just riff, you know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, in my head, it's just bright red question marks going like this. That's all I can see. Just bright red question marks. Target acquired. Target acquired. Target acquired. Target acquired.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the booze helps me. I loosen up after a few, and a few of them wobbly pops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't really care if anybody likes me or not. But anyways, that's Deadbeat. Sorry, Steve. That's the Deadbeat Retreat. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun time. Get out there. Buy your tickets now. They're on sale, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any fucking shout outs?
Shout out my boy, Alex Lang. He just swang by. Fucking with the Evo again. Shout out the fucking homies, dude. Shout you guys out every fucking day. I love you. That's it.
Yeah. I love that there's still like event pictures trickling out. You know, like Joel just released some, and there's like a picture of Alex next to the gigantic dildo sticking out of my pants.
Yep.
It just puts a smile on your face. It's like a Tuesday or whatever, and you're just like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, he times those really well too. Yeah, it's always right when you need it. Yep.
For
sure.
Yeah, dude. Shout out your homies.
Fuck yeah.
It's always good just to remind them that you're thinking about them. It's great. That's why I love Instagram, because it's so you don't actually have to talk to another man and tell them how you feel about them. You can just kind of put it out there.
Yeah.
Kind of like people on Facebook when they make a thinly veiled threat against someone, but they don't put anybody's name. You can do the same thing about your homies, you know?
For sure.
So then you don't feel gay about it.
But I don't care. I'll kiss my homies right on the mouth. I don't give a shit. If you know who you are. Wet your whistle.
Yeah, that's what ladies like, right? When you get your lips nice and slopping wet.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god! All right, we got to talk about our show.
Yep.
I don't know the last time I was so stoked on anything.
Never. Oh, on anything? I can't say anything, but on motorcycle related shit, no. I'm stoked on this.
It's been a long time since I got butterflies in my tummy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just thinking about it, I got a crush on this show.
I'm also fighting a little bit of jealousy because, like, fuck, I want to do it too.
Yeah.
Not even just to win, just because this is what we would want it to be if we were doing it. So,
dude, if I would 100%, like, dude, I have everything to submit for the show right now, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyways. Just like, I'm not in the show, but like the excitement of a competition and all that shit would be so fucking fun, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the show. We have more details. Last week, we were still spitballing. We didn't have a whole lot of stuff, like concrete shit. But this is all I've been thinking about. This is all we've been talking about, is how we're going to get this show off the ground. And the response that we got from you guys is fucking insane,
Seriously.
Like, the people that are like, this is exactly what this community needs, Yep. It's like what everybody talks about, and now it's finally going to happen, and that's all we're doing is we're pulling the trigger. We're going to make this shit happen. If you missed last week's show and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, the Big Hurt and your boy Rhino are putting on a real choppers builder show. Like, if you're a chopper builder, this is a building show. It's a competition where one man or woman, one bike, right? So if you're going to build a bike, a chopper, has to be a chopper, you got to build it from sack to crack. You can't give someone something to paint. You can't fucking have your machinist grandfather fucking hone your cylinder and shit. You have to do everything yourself. That's the spirit of the show. Okay. Mm-hmm. And if it's things that you're not used to doing, that's how the cookie crumbles, hombre.
That's the point.
You gotta fucking pick up a new skill set, I guess. But it also, it bums a lot of people out where you have shows that are like, oh, it's just a popularity contest. Like, this guy has X amount of followers, or, this person is, they have access to better equipment or whatever it is. So we have just 3 simple rules for the show. The first rule is there are no rules. The second rule is you got to do it yourself. And the third rule is it's chopper shit, baby. So that's all we're going to frame it up as, those three things. If you think you got what it takes, or you just want to fuck around and find out, we are open to submissions today. Dan, what's the name of the show? You came up with the name. I think it's brilliant. I love it.
This is going to henceforth be known as the Idle Hands Chopper Build-Off.
Idle Hands Chopper Build-Off.
Woo!
Yeah. And I'll put up a flyer. You're going to have to go over to, on Instagram, at Idle Hands Show on Instagram and follow that motherfucker.
Yep.
And we'll talk about how you get submitted and all that shit. But here's the spirit of the show is, this is a chopper building show for dudes that want to build choppers. Everybody has to start with a pile of parts, right? So if you have a roller or whatever, tear it down for the pictures, right? We don't want 90% completed bikes. We have a fucking year to build this shit, all right? Yeah. So we want you to put a pile of parts. I don't care if you even have an engine yet. Whatever you got, right? You have 1 year to build a chopper. What do you have today, right? We're going to be doing submissions from July 4th to August 1st, right? So you have 1 month, submit anything you have. Mm-hmm. You have a roll, if you have a fucking 2 wheels and a frame and you got to source the other shit, that's fine.
Good enough.
If you have everything already and you just got to put it all together, put it in a pile, and I'll have a picture at Idle Hands Show of what we want to see for the submission. But this is what you do. You take an aerial picture, right? Just like on a step ladder. You don't have to it's not drone footage, or that's not that aerial, right? You're still in this atmosphere. So just, even a tall friend could help you out. Just put it down on the ground and take a picture of all the parts you have. Not like you riding a roller. It has to be parts disassembled. Everybody has to have the same starting point, essentially, which is parts on the ground.
Exploded view, right?
So you're going to take a picture and you're going to make a hard post on Instagram with just a short little bio and what you plan to build. So you can just be like, oh, my name is,
Jack
Mother Hubbard. I live in a cupboard and I'm building, this bike. I have, so far I got this bike. I found it on fire in a barn or something. I rescued it out of a tree. I don't know. Just a short little bio. It didn't have to be a big thing. We want to know who you are, where you're from, and what you're building.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to invite Idle Hands Show as a collaborator on that post.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, we will review and accept. You will be on that page. So your submission will be on the page. We're just going to go through and just make sure there's no, we'll do our best to weed out any Russian bots and shit like that. And we just want to have actual people. So that's what's important about the bio, right? So we can tell that it's an actual human being. It's kind of like a CAPTCHA, but take a picture, short little bio, what you're building, who you are, where you're from. Invite us as a collaborator. We will accept it, and you will be on that page. Now it's time to build shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can start as soon as this happens. As soon as you submit it, you're in. You're already in. And you have 1 month to submit what you have, and then we're cutting it off, and we don't know if there's going to be 5 guys in this competition or 500. Hopefully not 500.
Yeah,
hopefully
that'd
not
be
5 either.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle would be nice.
Yeah, for sure. Either way, I'm really excited to see who submits and go through all of them and see kind of what the field's going to look like.
Yes.
This is going to be really fun.
I'm super stoked to see, because dudes have been hitting me up and being like, I'm down. I'm in. And the coolest part about it so far has been, dude, there's people far away that want to be a part of this. Colorado, Texas, like all over the contiguous United States. When you submit this, if you want to win this, you have to be in New Hampshire next July. So you have a whole year to plan how you're getting out here too. Maybe ride the bike you built.
That'd be cray.
That'd be fucking nuts.
We'll not for nothing. I know you're thinking it already. We'll do an award for that. We'll do a secondary one for that.
For furthest travel.
Longest ridden or whatever. Yeah, for sure.
Or if everybody rides their bikes in, we'll have like little first place necklaces, little blue ribbon shit.
Yeah. Who can get there closest to when we open the gates for load in?
Dude, it's a race, by the way. A race to the gates.
Yep.
That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be really cool.
If you were riding and you had to get there by a certain time.
Yeah.
People camping out. So at the gates, we don't know exactly where we're doing this yet, but we have our number one pick. We have to make a bunch of phone calls and figure out if we can get this place, but it's fucking super sick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to talk about where it's at, what we're thinking, because it's something that you and I have been talking about for a long time.
Yep.
So if we can get this venue, it would be fucking sick. But any venue that we do get, it's going to be in New Hampshire. If we can't get our A venue, then we'll get our B venue. And if we can't get our B venue, then we'll find a C venue. But it's definitely going to be in New Hampshire. So plan, if you're going to be submitting today or through the course of this month, you got to make it out to New Hampshire. And I don't care how you get out here. I don't care if you fucking hop on a train with your fucking bike or whatever.
Trailer the bike, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, trailer it in. I don't give a shit. You don't have to ride it. I wouldn't fucking ride
it. Run when you get there. So
yeah,
just don't bring a bike with no pistons in it.
It has to run. Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
So we'll get into like the different. Let's just get into it now, right? So you submit your bike. Everybody's automatically in the show. As soon as you post it, you're in the show. And the first round of voting is going to be, I believe we said October.
Yep.
So you have from July to fucking October to start putting this thing together and making it look sick. Throughout the course of building your bike, tag us and everything. Tag us and shit, and we'll post it to the story, So Idle Hands Show, at Idle Hands Show, and we'll have a couple of hashtags that you could use too, like hashtag Idle Hands Show or Idle Hands 26 or 2026 or whatever. We'll have a list of those things. We'll put them in the show, in the fucking everywhere I post everything. So
yeah, for sure. Assuming there isn't 1,000 people, we will also be putting all of the, quote unquote, we'll say the builders instead of contestants. We'll be putting all the builders in a group chat on Instagram. Again, assuming it's not fucking hundreds of you, but if it's a manageable amount, we'll do that so that we can offload information right away. You can see it right there. You can ask questions. You can fucking, whatever. Yeah. And either way, once you're in, the Lowlife podcast page on Instagram is your direct route to us to get any questions answered that you need.
Yeah. And basically, if you don't have all the parts you need, you got 4 months to get that shit together, right? Yeah. So the first round everybody's in July. You have the whole month to get in if you're waffling on whether or not you want to be fucking part of this or not. You have the whole month, and if you're like, fuck, I don't have a project, but I want to get in on this, you got fucking a couple of paychecks to get something on Facebook Marketplace. Get a fucking frame and some wheels. Like I said, you don't have to have all the parts. Preferably you don't. You know what I mean? But you want to have an idea of what you want to achieve and what kind of motorcycle and all that shit. But just fucking throw your hat in the ring. You have nothing to lose, right? We're going to do, if you fucking submit it and you don't do shit and you're like, fuck, hard times or whatever it is, or you can't find the time to do it, no sweat.
Right.
Because in October, we're going to have our celebrity judges vote on who's going to get passed into that first round or into the second round. Mm-hmm. So in October, we have locked in as of right before we hit the record button here, we have 3 celebrity judges.
Yep.
I'll do number 1.
Okay.
Big Truth, baby. Chop ahead. Who knows fucking choppers better than a guy who owns a place called Chop Ahead, been in the game fucking 25 years.
Yep.
Actually, I think 25 years coming up.
Yeah.
This year.
I think next year. I think he said next year.
Oh, next year?
Yeah, next year. One or the other. Crazy.
25 years in this bitch. This motherfucker knows his shit.
Yep.
So stoked to have him on board. He loves the idea. And as soon as I was like, hey, oh, you want to be a judge? And he was like, yes. So we got big motherfucking truth. You can't. What he says goes. All right. He's the OG grandfather of this Northeast chopper bullshit. Okay. So
that's a fact.
Who else do we got?
We got John Moorhead of Long John
Chopper Co.
Hell yeah.
Former Biltwell's People's Champ contestant and builds some of my favorite bikes, dude. The one that he did for Bubba in that Long Boy that was out at Cheap Thrills and did the rounds a couple years ago.
Yep.
He can do it all, dude. And he's super fucking. I love hanging out with that guy. I haven't hung out with him enough in person.
I've never hung out with him in person, but I can't wait to.
Yeah. Super good guy. Super good guy.
Yep.
Very impressive. And his skill set is fucking unmatched. So, yeah, super stoked to have him on board. I kind of wanted him to build in it, but he's just like, he just builds such nice shit. You know what I mean?
He's got the real deal build off experience.
Yeah.
He builds choppers that just aren't they're outside of normal means. You know what I mean? He's just that good, you know, and
but also like a garage builder, you know what I mean? Like that long chop that he had, he polished like mild steel and shit, like to a mirror polish. Like that's the kind of spirit and the kind of shit that I love, you know?
Right. For sure. What you're doing here in this competition is striving to meet that level of garage builder. That is your that is your golden standard.
Yeah. Shit that like Harley Davidson will fucking put on their page because it's so goddamn impressive, you know?
Yeah. For sure.
And then third, celebrity judges.
Twofer. Can you guess?
You
fucking Easy Co, baby.
Come on, buddy.
Yep. We had to ask him.
They're just too. I mean, this is a New England bike show, so like we got No Truth was no brainer. John, longtime friend of the show and all around good guy. We had to get someone a little bit outside of New England. We didn't want to have three guys from Massachusetts. You know what I mean? But we couldn't have a show and not have Truth and the Easy Co in. All they do is put out heat.
For sure. Yep. John and Craig are authorities on chopper around here, period. You can't say shit.
Much. Yeah.
Look at everything that they've done. Look at all the shows they've built for, all the bikes that they build and sell themselves. They're killing it, man. It is what it is. So we're honored to have John and Craig on there as our third. The Easy Co is our third and final judge. So next year when we have the show, all of us will be there. So you do this show to completion, you'll get to meet all these guys. They'll be looking at your bikes the whole time. So that's where your social media obligation or lack thereof comes into play.
Yeah.
Because however many times you post and use the hashtag or have it as a collaborator post with the build off page, that is your portfolio that these judges are seeing. Okay. So bear that in mind. You don't have to post it all. You just post the one time, I'm in, and then never hear from me again. Roger that. But don't expect to win.
Right. So yeah, in October you have to do an update post.
Right. Yeah.
So we can see what the fuck where your bike's at, which is gonna be great. A cool composition to see a pile of parts to 4 months later, like what it looks like,
For sure.
And it might not have a front wheel on it. Who knows? But as long as the more you post, the more we get to see what you're doing, and the cooler, like that stuff that we want to see. That's the whole thing. Is this show is not about fucking clout or being popular or being cool. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about the journey, and we all want to look like when I go through my fucking phone, I don't want to see someone who didn't build their bike all dressed up in fucking like LARPing as a fucking chopper guy or gal. And like it annoys all of us. That's the thing about this show. It annoys all of us. Okay. I'm sick. It's insufferable. But we all just accept it. We're like, that's what social media is. We're trying to make it cool again, right? So we want to see guys chopping off digits in the garage, you know? Post your fucking blunders. Post the struggle of building a chopper, because what this show is about is that journey.
Yep.
And when you're a dude like me, I build my own bikes by myself in my garage. Nobody sees all the bullshit I go through. You know what I mean? But that's what I want to see. I want that to be what people aspire to. Is I want to go through the struggle, so I've earned the right to have this fucking awesome machine that I made, that I'm proud of, you know? And that's what's missing, is everybody wants to race to the top. Everybody wants to fucking make money off of fucking YouTube and shit, you know? Everybody just wants to fake it, but it's like, no, just do it the right way and do it for the love of the fucking what we're doing here, you know?
For sure.
So post your journey, show us what you're doing. That's what that's what everybody's interested in. Let's clog the feed with guys and gals working on motorcycles.
Right.
We don't want to see you with your perfectly coiffed hair smoking your first cigarette of the year next to a shovel head that your dad gave you. Nobody's buying it anyways, by the way. So cut that shit out and post some fucking shit of you and your goddamn Crocs welding up some weird scrap metal that you found at the fucking dump to make something creative and cool. That's what we want to see. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Stupid.
dude, I'm so stoked on the panel of judges. I think this is going to be like, you know, dude, imagine, just flashback fucking 7 years ago, and there's a chopper build off, and you think you want to be a part of it, and EasyCo and Truth and John Moorhead, they're all going to be watching your every move and seeing what you're doing. You know, you can make some funny reels and try to entice, you know, like, I would be so fucking stoked on that.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is my first time welding.
Yeah.
Right. I probably would be too chicken shit to do this at that point. But yeah, man, this is going to be so fucking cool. This is already cooler than I could have expected it to be. Just with the amount of people who are already interested, the judges, they want to be a part of it. That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? This is super cool. And thank you to everybody else who has offered, who's hit us up to offer being a judge or contributing already right off the rip. We'll get into more of that, but thank you to all those people. But I'm really excited about our judging panel here. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll get to actually peek inside their heads a little bit as far as their judging thought process, so that, you know, for future builds or just for perspective, man, you get to hear what they're thinking.
Yes. We have so much shit that we have to get through too. I want to just keep on. I've just been, first of all, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just diarrhea of the mouth. I have so much shit in my head that I'm trying to get out.
Yeah,
and I'm
dude.
just like puking it all over you. So I'm sorry, but I'm really excited. And there's so much shit that we need to do. I also feel like we got a deadline. We're recording this on Monday. I'm recording again tomorrow, by the way. And then I got like 3 days to cobble together this fucking, all this stuff that doesn't exist yet. But, so I'm a little behind the 8 ball right here, but it's going to be sick. This is a total grassroots event. Me and Dan have absolutely no sponsorships. We have nothing planned. We have no money backing this. So, the more people get involved, the easier it'll be on us and the cooler it will be. The whole idea here is at the end in July of next year, we're going to have a fucking awesome show with insane bikes with dudes that really deserve it. We're going to have some cash prizes as your rewards. So if you want to get involved, let us know. I don't know exactly what we need to do, maybe, but if you're, you know, offering, that's cool shit. But this is the next part of this is going to be, I'm talking about cash prizes. Look at me. I'm not made of money. Okay. Like I'm literally my shorts right now. By the way, it's 88 degrees in here. My shorts are just an old pair of sweatpants that I cut with scissors. Okay. Once it started getting warm. So we need to get some money, and I want to make the purse big enough, and I want to affect as many people as positively as possible. So what we're going to do is we want to crowdsource the cash prize in part, right? So I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. I'm hopefully going to have that. I'm going to have that done by Friday. So it should be in the show notes. It'll be in the post. Link is going to be in the bio. We're going to have a GoFundMe. If you want to kick in a buck, kick in a buck. If you want to kick in $500, kick in $500. Actually, I'm going to shout them out. Hold on 2 seconds, because this idea came from Corey Era Davis. All right. Chewy_era. He reached out and he was like, yo, I want to kick in some cash for the final prize. And I was like, fuck, I didn't even think about that. We can just, if you want to kick in whatever you want to kick in, that's awesome. I'm just going to have a GoFundMe. We're not going to touch it for another year. And dude, from now till the end of till next summer, if you just put in some money, like anything you can do, it's just whoever's going to get it, it's going to be the winners of this competition. I would love to raise like a fuck ton of money and change people's lives, right?
Yeah.
But go to the GoFundMe and just kick in whatever you can, whenever you can. I'll just remind people every week, like, you don't have to do it right now. We got a whole fucking year. But if you want to kick in $100 or $20 or $1, it's all going to the winners. And I'd like to have cash prize for number 1, cash prize for number 2, and cash prize for number 3. That would be sick.
That would be sick.
Yeah. Obviously, they don't all get the same amount. And the winner's going to get a big old fake check when we figure out what the amount is. But I just want to make it like a motivation to, get the money. But also, dude, if you're that guy, you get a big old check at the end of this, go and build something beautiful again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you just won and you spent like this much money and you were super resourceful, go out and buy that fucking panhead you wanted, or knucklehead, or whatever the fuck your dream bike is, you know?
Or the lathe you really needed during their build for this fucking show.
Exactly. Up your game, you know?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a GoFundMe for part of it. The other part of this is we're going to reach out to some people to see if they want to donate some parts to sponsor, you know? So if you have like a cool whatever, we'll do a raffle the day of the show and raffle stuff off, or we'll raffle it off throughout the year.
I was going to say, throughout the year, we can do some really cool little sprinkled in giveaway type shit.
Yeah.
Just odds and ends. If you're out there, you're a maker, you're one of our sponsors or anything like that, and this is something that you're into, if you're into this whole community by us for us type deal, and you'd like to throw something in, we don't care what it is, man. If it's cool, then send it in and we'll raffle it off, and 100% of the money will go to
100%
the purse. Period.
Yep.
That's it.
And it doesn't matter if it's only worth $20. It's $20 that wasn't there before, and we got a whole fucking year to do this shit. So
And
me and
we
Dan
can
are just focused on the fundraising.
Yeah. Yeah, we can iron out all those logistics. If you're interested in contributing in any way, shape, or form, let us know, and we'll find somewhere for you. It's an entire year. We're gonna need help. We're only 2 people.
We're gonna contribute as well. So we're gonna take a percentage of our Patreon money, and we're going to. I've committed to Dan today. I said I'm not gonna buy any more mics or monitors or anything for the show. We're gonna try to rough it for the next year. We're just gonna pay off the show expenses with the money, and whatever's left over, we can just put in that pot. And I'll probably just donate it to the GoFundMe or whatever, just so it's all above board. Everybody can see what we're doing.
Yep.
Unless we have an unexpected like fucking tax bill or something, you know. But the IRS is going to come after us eventually. But what I wanted to say about the Patreon is I know that we can definitely do $100 a month for sure. If we get 10 more Patreons at the $10 level, I'll add another 100. If we get 20, 200, 300, 30, 300. So any new Patreon subscribers from this point forward at the $10 a month level, that's all going to go into there. Every 10 more that we get, that's another $100 every month that we're going to put in there.
Over the course of 12 months.
Yeah, 12 months. So right now, if we do $100 a month, that's $1,200. Boom. But I'm going to try to make this pot a little spicy. So I think I can donate. We actually have 13 months, right? Because we got paid for this month. So our Patreon's held up at the moment. It's been held up for about a month, by the way.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I reached out. They have a ticket open, but we have our money is like frozen right now. So I don't know. I'm hoping they can resolve it and then we can continue doing this, but more to come on that. So yeah, we're going to try to just, between the raffles, the GoFundMe and our Patreon, we'll try to raise as much money as possible over the course of the next year. And we'll let everybody know what that it's at. We'll have like a little thermometer with different goals and shit. I'd love to get 10 grand for the winner. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
If that's possible. Which I feel it is. I feel like that's like crazy.
Over the course of a year? Yeah, I think so.
If people stay engaged with this thing and keep it cool and keep it like, going, then my fucking like July next year, we have all these fucking awesome bikes and we get to do this awesome show and we raise bunch of money for dudes doing this shit that get a comeuppance, they get a fucking leg up. They get a fucking, like, that's what I really want out of this. And then everybody wins. Here's the best part about this. This isn't a participation trophy type shit. You win even if you don't make the cut and you keep on building your bike. Not only do you get the trophy of that bike that you continued to build, but you're going to be in the show too. So we're going to have the people that make it through all the rounds of voting. They're going to be in the main show. But if you get cut at some point through these 3 cuts, but you continue to build your bike, bring it to the show, and we're going to have, I guess, a secondary show, right? So we're going to have like the main show with the people that got voted in. And then if you finish your bike, I'd love to see them lined up. And we're going to pick someone to win that too. So me and Dan, we're going to do a Lowlife choice. So not only do you get to be displayed at a show, same as the main show, right? We're just going to, I don't know what the venue looks like, but we're going to make it so it's its own thing too. You can show off your bike and you can win, right? So I'm just trying to come up with a cool name. Like, I don't want to be like, I think it's like kind of a reprieve, right? Like you get cut and it's like, I'm going to show everybody that I fucking am actually better. You know what I mean? And then you get to come to the show and show it off and people are going to be looking at it and you have potential to win still, right?
For sure. We're doing a shitload of prizes and awards and shit. Like that's half of what we've been discussing is how many different kinds of awards can we do, and not to make it so that the awards don't mean anything, but it feels good when you win something at a show. And there's a lot of people that are going way out of their comfort zones in this build off, and we'd like to put some shine on that shit. So,
and dude, like, here's the thing is, like, competition is healthy, I think. It's good. It drives people. But I know that, like, when people build for a competition, they get cut. It's like a gut punch,
Yeah, for sure.
And they're like, what the fuck, I don't want that. I don't want to disparage anyone, to be like, oh, yeah, you're not good enough or whatever. It's like, the other thing about this is, like, I want everybody to win. And I'm not saying this because it sounds so lame, but dude, if you build a chopper all the way to completion and you get to ride it, that is your reward,
Yeah.
And I don't want you to lose that just because you didn't win some fucking stupid competition, because you still can do what you want to do, which is, I don't know, hopefully it's not just money that motivates you, but you still get to be in the show. You know what I mean? So if you just keep on going at it, you're going to be in the show. You're going to be in our show. Everybody wins. You get the chopper and you get to be in the show. You know what I mean? And you could win a prize. So I don't know. I think it's so cool. And again, it's not a participation trophy. Like the whole thing about competition too, it's not like we really wanted to do judges because we don't want it to be a popularity contest, right? But you can still bitch like, oh, the judges didn't like me or fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fucking win everybody over.
Yeah.
You know, life's not fair. You know what I mean? But that's not the spirit of the show. Spirit of the show is build fucking cool shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Do it yourself and don't be a fucking vulture. You know what I mean? Like prove to everybody that you're not that person, you know? Show them that you got what it takes to build a fucking chopper. It might not be the prettiest thing, but dude, imagine that. Let's flash back, right? Say you enter the show and you don't get, dude, if there's an opportunity for me as a shitty bike builder, like never built a full bike. And there's dudes that already reached out to me. It's like, this is my first bike or my second bike. You get to be in a show, no matter what, no matter how shitty your paint job is, no matter how, if it's a Honda, you know, like doesn't matter what the fuck you built.
Right.
No, we want to see him. If you have the testicular fortitude to enter into this and strap yourself to a year-long commitment of building a motorcycle, to building a chopper, whatever flavor you like, then you deserve a seat at the table. So if you do that and you do see it to its completion, we hope to see you in July at the show where we will have you set up, you know, behind the rope. You'll be there. You know what I mean? So if that's important to you, but more so, we want to see it. We want to see it in person. We want to see what you know, we all get to see what you started with. We want to see what you end with too.
Yeah.
So highly encourage, like seriously, if you're on the fence, just do it. You can always pull out. We're not going to hold nothing against you. If you get 2, 4, 6 months in and you're like, money is just not there, time's not there, I knocked my old lady up, I got knocked up, whatever, then gotcha. Then we're not going to hold nothing. Like, there's no entrance fees. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. If you got to pull out, you got to pull out. But if you're not in, you're not in. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in, don't hit us up. Even if you're our homies, don't hit us up in December and go, hey, man, can I still get in on that? No, you can't.
Right. Yeah,
Okay?
you got 1 month, throw your hat in the ring and fucking roll the dice.
Just do it, man.
Do it. I don't want to have to go through all of this, but I pray that there's like 1,000 motherfuckers just like me and you that are like, this is it, dude.
Yeah,
and
for real.
Like, our heart's in the right place. We might not get it 100% right, but man, our heart's in the right place. All we want to do is have like a fair build off that focuses on building and choppers. And if we can do that, the show will be a success.
For sure.
Ideas will continue to develop. The structure of the show should remain the same from start to finish. We want to see you do it yourself, and we want to see what it looks like at the end. And at 3 points throughout the next year, people you admire and respect are going to judge your bike against others. And that's it. And then we'll see you in July. Fuck the rest of it. Just do the bike. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
And post some pictures so we can see it every once in a while, hopefully. You know?
Yeah, let's see what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're like, you're doing one cool little part or whatever. I'm not saying you have to fucking put a GoPro to your forehead and film everything and start a YouTube channel or whatever, but you could do that too. But like, you're making a cool part. You're making this one fucking piece and you're like, you know what? Maybe people want to see that. Throw a little video up. We don't expect you to be content creators here, folks. But
no, but the other thing is like, you know, by the way, a lot of people that listen to this show, they're not like chopper builders. You know what I mean?
Right.
They love them though. And they support the show and shit. And they learn from it. You know, you can teach someone a little bit of something, you know, that for sure. Like I've learned a lot from watching what other people do. And that's what it is, dude. Like, we are a rare breed, people that build choppers, right? Like, there's a very tiny percentage of the population that even rides motorcycles. There's an even infinitesimal amount of people that build their own motorcycles. And then, even from that, dude, people that build them themselves, sacked crack, the whole fucking dealio. There's like nothing, dude. It's like everybody that does that should be in the show. You know what I mean?
sure. 100%.
And then we'll all know each other. I don't want to know any motherfucker that doesn't ride a chopper or build his own shit. You know?
Exactly. Yep. We're trying to put everybody in one room. That's it. We want to put everybody out there that's doing this shit in one room. So we don't care where you're from. If you're willing to do this and then to get out here, we want you in. We don't care. Tell me there's somebody out in Australia right now that's about to enter this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Let's do this. This could be
A
fun.
whole year to plan.
Whole year.
I don't know how you gonna fucking put it in a shipping container. I don't fucking know how they do that shit, but
Don't know. Buy a submarine or something.
you can park it at my house, but you need to. Oh yeah, you can bring it over. Build the chopper, bring it over, and it'll be too expensive to ship back. So I'll just take it off your hands. But
there you go. We're wholesaling them all at the end. By the way, no, I'm just kidding.
It's all fucking bikes, and we can't stress this enough. I don't give a fuck what you ride. Like, it's really, again, it's what it's about. The spirit is DIY, do it yourself, chopper shit, dude. You nailed that shit, and you'll go far in this competition. Again, I'm not like, I love myself a Harley, but again, I get impressed. Like, we're just talking about, the Honda Shadow last week. That shit just like jumps right off the page, man. Not my cup of tea, but like all the little things that make that thing fucking special. That's what fucking rustles my jimmies, dude.
I had so many people hit me up over the last week saying, "Hey, do you have any photos of that?" Like, that either don't have Instagram or haven't seen anything or whatever. And I'm loving sending people these photos. Like, I know why you're asking, because you're like, yeah, right, a Honda chopper was cool. And I'm going, yeah, watch this shit. And send it to him, and every single person's like, damn, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
So
Sammy hit me up. He's like, do you have any pictures? I looked at my phone. I'm like, wah, wah.
Yeah, I took some. I got some. I didn't get many of, like, I wish I'd gotten a video of him doing the solenoid thing, but I mean, he can explain it next week.
Yes. That's our next show. I'm talking to him tomorrow, so I'm stoked on that one. But yeah, guys, everybody that's reached out and gave us some confidence that this is a good idea. Like, I've been planning shows in my head for fucking a decade. I've had a million different ideas, and I think this concept, it's just so crazy it might work. You know what I mean?
I love that. So crazy it just might work.
We might hit this one on the head. And if this show is big and it's awesome, maybe this is the next big chopper show. And if you guys are loving it as much as I'm loving it, I just can't see how this can miss, dude.
No, me either.
And it's just
me either.
It's what this community needs at this moment, is just like some real motherfuckers doing some real motherfucking shit, doing some chopper shit, getting back to your roots.
And listen, we know it's hard times. We know money's tough for everybody. We're not asking you to give a portion of your paychecks or anything like that. We're not asking you to give today. We're not asking you to give it all. If at some point in the next calendar year you can afford to come off a little bit, do it. Let us know. We're not above, like, we'll make it worth your while, right? Something, anything. But if you can contribute, we appreciate the fuck out of that. Maybe we'll get some merch and shit going too over the course of the year or whatever. You know what I mean? You buy a fucking hat and a new edition camp mug or something, and that's your entry into the fucking, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. That money goes for that.
Mugs. We gotta do some camp mugs.
So this whole build is going to create an entire ecosystem of its own if it's done correctly. If everybody plays by our fucking 3 fucking small infinitesimal, basically not important rules. This
one of the rules is there's really no rules.
Cool. Exactly. Just be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool
and
shit,
we're gonna do everything we can to make sure it goes smoothly. Remember, this is the first one. Straight up, we are texting each other every 15, 20, 30 minutes with a new idea or a new rendition or a polished idea. So bear with us. We're gonna make some mistakes for sure. But we're not going to fuck anybody out of money. We're not going to fuck anybody out of their credit. We're not going to fuck anybody out of anything that they deserve. We can promise you that. Okay? Not intentionally anyways. So,
yeah. I guess you guys do have to trust me that I'm not going to cash out that purse out of the fucking GoFundMe.
We would never. But that's also a reason why that's also a reason why a GoFundMe is a good idea. For that being the spot. Please don't hit us up and say, hey, can I just send you $20 cash? No, I don't want to be responsible for $20 cash from now until fucking July of next year. Thank you so much. But please figure out digital currency by then. And also, other than that, you have to be on Instagram to be a part of this show, to be a part of the build-off. Unfortunately, that is a stipulation we have to adhere to. Because if you don't, we can't see you.
I can't do. I mean, the whole thing is, I can't go to a bunch of different places.
No, I don't want to go to your fucking MySpace and then my email and then the Lowlife email and then Rhino's email and then fucking
Doesn't work.
No,
I
thank
already
you.
like
It's too much.
I had a really hard time just with the Reviver show.
Yeah, it's too much. Let's just keep it all in one thing. Be on Instagram. As long as the number of you are a reasonable amount, we'll put everybody in a group chat. You can all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can all commiserate together, and we're obviously no more than a DM away. So
yeah, dude. That's the coolest part too. Is like, dude, imagine just having access to all these brilliant minds out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so stoked to see what people who's gonna throw their hat in. Number
Right.
one.
For
Number
sure.
two, what they got cooking. You know what I mean? I have no idea what this is gonna look like.
No.
And then number three, once it starts cooking and people start fucking talking and like putting shit out there, like it's just gonna take on its own. It's gonna be its own thing. You know what
For
I mean?
sure. Yep.
But it's gonna be fun and it'll keep us fucking busy, dude. I mean, through all the winter months, through all the fucking like, you got this to look forward to next July, and yeah, hopefully make new friends. You know, you'll find people in your area. You might be like, oh fuck, dude, you're one town over. We're in the same competition. You know,
Right.
And bear in mind, Rhino and I are right there with you. He's going to be building, he's doing a Sporty already. He's going to be doing a Jenny, and I'm going to be doing the Panhead over this next season. So
yeah,
we're right there with you. We're not doing it necessarily the same way you are, but very fucking close. And let us know. We're here. If you need to fucking commiserate or whatever, or you need a judgment call or whatever. But again, no fucking rules, man. Just do it. Do it yourself. If your homie has to come over who knows how to paint and sit behind you and go, no, don't rub it that way, rub it this way. That's fine. But he just can't touch it. Don't let him touch it. Don't let him do it.
You spray it.
Don't let him spray it. Don't let him mix it.
Learn
Just
something.
fucking- you do it.
Yeah.
He can sit there and go, okay, next. He can be your YouTube tutorial. That's fine. A welder buddy. The first time you pick up a fucking MIG welder is because your buddy who runs one is standing behind you and you're using his. That's fine. I don't give. That's chopper shit. I'm totally cool with that. If you want to go get a new job because you think it's going to further your fucking ability to make choppers in your garage better, fucking do that too. That's also sick. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're like, fuck it, man, I can't afford hardware, but I really need some hardware, go work at fucking Ace Hardware for 6 months.
Steal hardware.
That's steal it. I don't give a shit. That's chopper shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude, half the dudes I talk to, I'm like, oh, you got to get your hardware at Tractor Supply. They go, oh, it's free at Ace or it's free at Home Depot. You just go and stuff it in your pockets.
Yeah. So just, it's on the up and up. You know what I mean? Honor system.
This is about having a good time. It's about fucking embracing the shit that we love. Like, man, I'm old. There's nothing cooler than building and riding choppers and the people in the community. There's nothing. Dude, I've been around the world. I've met 1 million people. Nobody's cooler than chopper guys and gals.
True that.
In my estimation, my humble opinion of the matter. But that's what we're doing, dude. You mentioned Sporty, man. I've been putting that Sporty together. I think I might need a hand. My Sporty knowledge has gone out the window.
Oh, shit.
I've been working on Big Twins too long. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, how do you... I put it in the frame. I was like, what? These mounting bolts are way too far away.
You need mounting brackets, dog.
Yeah.
The front goofy one. Oh, you have them. Good.
Yeah, I actually have a couple of sets, but yeah, I had to paint them and shit. But I was like, oh, fuck. It's a little bit foreign to me. I was like, which way does this sprocket go? Yeah, like, I haven't held this.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. From a Big Twin to a Sportster, all the primary,
all the little things, dude.
Switched.
I was like, holy shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I like lost that knowledge and then filled it with like Big Twin shit. But yeah, man, it's been fun. I did fuck up the shit out of the frame putting that engine in.
Oh, with the paint?
Yeah, but it's in places where I can touch it up pretty easily.
Yeah. You can get a touch-up gun to make that vivid black pretty easy.
Yeah.
To fix it.
I fucking really kicking myself in the ass for setting that tire on fire accidentally.
Oh, shit.
That fucking thing is $250 to replace.
That What tire was it again?
Is a Firestone Deluxe. So I told you, I go, oh, I got another tire. I'm gonna throw it on there. I took the tire off, put the rim down, threw that tire that I had on the. I guess I had it on the Sporty or something. I threw it down. It's a 21. I just assumed it was a 21. It's a 19.
Oh
Needed
shit!
a 19. Yeah.
Do you want a 21?
What's that?
Do you want a 21?
I was gonna ask you if you had a rim, but I already ordered the tire.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to. It is such a cool tire.
It is. Yeah, it is. But fuck, Firestone comes with a price tag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess.
What'd you say it was? 240?
240 something, I think.
Fuck me running
From
dude.
Coker.
That's brutal.
And then I had to get, I had to get the fucking tubes because I already had the 21 tube and the 21 tire, 21 rim strip,
Damn.
Now I got nothing. And I was like, oh, I didn't even look. I just assumed I've never not had a 21 front. So, anyways.
Yeah.
That hurt a little bit.
That's a bummer. I have a 19 Dunlop that's only got like one season on it. You can have it. Take it off the mag, but you can have it.
I should have asked you, but I already
Why
ordered
don't you
it.
just cancel the order?
It's already on its way.
Tell him you didn't receive it.
I can't do that to our good friend that I ordered it off of.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I only support those who support us.
Yeah, that's true. Don't do any of that.
All right. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. I'm kind of running through it in my head right now. We got the judges. We got crowdfunding. This is official. Like 1, 2, 3. Start your engines. Fucking go. Like for real. You can post your shit today, and as soon as we accept the fucking what's it called, collaborator?
Yeah. Invite us to collaborate again at Idle Hands Show on Instagram.
Yep.
I'll have that up and ready to receive your invite. And then it's just as simple as reviewing and accepting. And then you can go to that page and you can see everybody's shit. That's the cool thing is you can just see everybody's shit from there.
Yep. And we'll do a hashtag too, so that everybody can kind of keep that all in one tag and not have to run through all the collaborator nonsense every single time.
Oh, dude, we need an intern, man. This is going to be a nightmare on social media to fucking manage this.
Yeah. If you're interested in helping us out, especially digitally, we could use some help.
Yeah. I don't even know how that shit works.
Yeah. We can't pay you. We can't. I mean, you'd be running it, so you can shout yourself out on Instagram. But other than that, yeah, if you're real slick with that shit, that'd be cool.
Yeah, if you have a better way of doing any of this stuff, please let us know too. Because right before this, we're like, what's the best way to get all those people submitted? Like, we're not good at this, okay?
No.
And we need help. So if you want to help out with the show and you're slick, like especially with the digital shit, or if you got some lines on fucking, like how to crowdsource better, like I'm just going with what I know. So if there's a way to do it better, I'm all ears.
If you want to contribute art to the show, whether it's potential merch ideas and shit, it's Idle Hands, and we're kind of rolling around the idea of aesthetically two devil's hands holding wrenches and shit. So if you're a tattoo artist or whatever and you want to draw us up some shit and render it for us and send it over in a file, and that would be fucking great.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to contribute your art to, because we're using the tools we have, but if you can do something cool, man, that'd be awesome.
All hands on deck. We want everybody to get their credit. We want everybody to get their shine. If you help us in any way, shape, or form, we're going to do everything we can to give you your credit. And this goes down to people that we're inevitably going to have passing out tickets and collecting money at the show next year.
Right.
So this can't just be me and Rhino. So any and all help is welcome.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's it, man.
Fuck yeah.
I'm exhausted from talking so much and being so excited for the last hour.
It's like an adrenaline dump. I'm sitting here trying not to fall asleep.
Yeah, true, dude. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I want this to really kick off, and I'm super stoked. This Friday is I'm gonna be frazzled, dude.
Yeah,
To see all
for
the shit
sure.
coming through, like it's gonna be nuts.
Yep.
But yeah, like we said, if you want to help out in any way, super appreciate it, and hopefully we get our shit together to get this up by. I mean, it's a short week this week.
Yeah.
With fucking Independence Day, but
Yep. Don't blow your fucking dinghies off with fireworks. If you do, send us pictures. Somebody, I'm telling you right now, because most of you listen to this fairly early in the morning, at least if you're on the East Coast. There's one of you that's listening to my voice right this very second that is not going to last this weekend with all of your digits, and I'm sorry in advance. But you will never forget that I just said that.
That might be me, dude.
Be with you forever.
That might be me. I like setting off my own fireworks.
Yeah.
I go the day before, the day of. I go to fucking Phantom Fireworks with all my coupons, and I load up.
Yeah. Isn't that when they're most expensive?
I like to wait until the last minute, man.
I wait until the day before Christmas to go to JCPenney's.
Dude, I've been in a fireworks store on the 4th of July when there's a line 100 people deep.
Yep.
And I'll just fucking drop a couple honey, get some shit. I like the tubes.
Here's a secret
we can
for
do
you.
whatever you want. Just
oh yeah. Here's a secret for you. If you live near one, go to your local firework getting spot at about 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, or not tonight on the 4th, because they've got more stock than they need for the entire rest of the year, and they don't want to have it. We used to do this in Derry. When I lived in Derry, we go to Phantom Fireworks right off exit 5, and you go real late at night. You walk in there with $200, and you're walking away with like $700 worth of fucking fireworks. It's crazy.
Oh, because they're like, yeah, we don't want to hold this stock.
Fucking buy one, get one, get it the fuck out of here. Yep. Yeah. And at that point, it's 9 o'clock at night. Like, yeah, they'll still sell some over the weekend, but not like they did for the 4th of July rush. So there's your tip. Try and keep all your digits this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Celebrate.
That's one of my favorite videos on the internet. If you haven't seen that, type that in.
Oh, Terry with the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
So funny.
All right, guys. That's the fucking Idle Hand show. Pump the shit out of this. Make it fucking big. Again,
bully your friends into getting into it.
Encourage your buddies to do this. If someone's like on the fence, do whatever you have to. Give them a fucking purple nurple. Make them say uncle. Get him in the fucking show. He can do it. You know what I mean? You got a whole goddamn year. You got 4 months to get your shit together enough to put together. I don't give a fuck if you send us a single tire sitting on the ground and you're like, I'm going to build a motherfucking panhead. You better make that happen.
Yep.
Because you bet you sweet Bippy, first cut, you're going to get cut if you still got one tire laying on the ground. You know what I mean? So this is to light a fire under your ass. Again, me and Dan are not judging. So if our homies are in it or whatever, they ain't homies with fucking Truth and John and John and Craig, right? So it's all above board. It's supposed to be fun. And let's get silly with it, guys. All right. Until next week, low lives, get in the fucking garage. Build a fucking bike, you pussy. Get in trouble. Blow off some digits. For America. Have fun. And don't ever fucking stop chopping.
That was the best one yet.
Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is about grassroots motorcycle riders who take it upon themselves to build and customize their bike. They offer parts for all Harley-Davidson models and also custom parts for choppers, bobbers, trackers, and cafe racers. When it comes to building a custom motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick-and-mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com. Remember, enter Lowlife at checkout and save some loot. Stay strong, Co. Sean Luke has been sent down from the heavens to bless us lowlifes with the greatest motherfucking hot sauce in the world. Sweet heat baby Jesus in the white pants heralds a message from God himself. This hot sauce is for your food. Keep it off your butthole. The shits, in the hotter than hellfire, Lowlife chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Oxford Code Choppers. Chris is the original bad boy from Oxford, Connecticut. From frame restoration and repair to handlebars and hardtails. Hard parts for hard men. His hardtails are expertly TIG welded and installed in-house. Made of USA-made steel, cast axle plates, he is your man for the hardest shit to hit the East Coast since Hurricane Bob. Find him on Instagram at oxfordco.choppers. Steel City Blacksmithing. Josh specializes in handcrafted steel work right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anything from custom motorcycle parts to hammers and tomahawks. Don't get it twisted. If it can be twisted, he's twisting it. Check him out at steelcityblacksmithing.com today. Beck Built Fab. Dustin is the plug for excess chopper parts. That's why we call him the Metric Man. Drum disc brakes, mid controls, hand shifters, foot clutch, modded worm gears, intakes, and more. He can do any fabrication job, weld repair, upholstery, or even maintenance. Check him out at beckbuiltfab.com.